Hi, I'm Diksha and I'm here to talk to you about my store Nani, which means grandma, and where I sell hand-woven crochet clothes that are made by unprivileged women in India where the job market is a little too tough. So experiment one was basically day zero decision making, where I asked background questions of three background questions that meant, are people interested in buying my crochet? Do they prefer local brands over popular Kardashian brands, or do they care if it's ethical or not? And the approach was justified by my fellow entrepreneurs, peer reviews by Allison, Diana, Megan, and Julia. Thank you for that. And Wednesday market was the best way to reach the market, and Southwood markets were performed instead because the Wednesday markets were unavailable and there was nothing that I could do. And all of these sales and surveys are recorded for you to see, which I'm going to present in the next few minutes. This is just an explained version of why my experimental approach was justified, and this is for my professor. And this is my hypothesis slide for the experiment one, which says that if people like my crochet, I can basically publish my business and the market exists, and I don't need to worry about whether the market exists or not. And if local brands are preferred, then it's a major win for me and for Nani, and we can base more local pop-up shops into Southwood Market and just other markets like Hodger Swap or Happy Motoring and other retail local pop-ups for people who haven't officially established their business yet. And the two questions that I asked in my Survey Monkey were, do you admire hand crochet beanies, sweaters, and would you opt for hand-woven crochet fabrics instead of mass-produced clothing manufactured under questionable circumstances, basically asking if they want ethical or not. And 90% of the people said that they loved hand crochet beanies and sweaters, and it was unique and different from something that they could get out of a mass-produced store and they couldn't find it somewhere else. That made it their own, and they loved that. And 100% of the people said that they would like to support a cause while they were, supporting women. The conclusion that I got from this experiment that crochet is a form that people love and it is something that people like to wear. There's an interest for handmade customizable fabrics, and women love to wear something that also empowers other women, gives them a story. And Nani is a viable idea and could make profit, and I should definitely give it a try. This is my executive summary, followed by my second experiment, which was venture offering and concept validation, where I asked 4 questions. What would my consumers buy? Which product do I need to make more of? What are the consumers' picks? And do they prefer customized or Nani's collections or not? And the approach was justified the same way as the first one was and conducted at Southwood Market. The hypothesis for these was that if some suits are preferred, then that will be produced more of. And if garnet and gold are preferred, then it is part of Nani's collection. If people buy crochet as a present, that means that they want to buy more crochet for Christmas presents, and I can theme my pop-ups in a Christmas themed. That way I attract more people and make more sales. In this survey, I asked questions: what crochet products would people buy? Beanies were 50%, sweaters were 50%, mufflers were 5%, and pet accessories were 30%. With that, I followed it up with designs of 5 different designs that I created and which ones were their favorite. One followed up by 40%, 30%, and 20%, and a 10%. This gives me a great outline for what products I need to put into the collection and what I can kick out, and no one would really care about it. And I would also buy crochet as a present and put more beanies and stuff like that people can just buy off of rack, and it won't cost them as much, and it would be a great present for their loved ones. The picture that was selected the most was the garnet and gold one. This just gives me more information for Nani's collection that men are also interested, and I can create more beanies for both men and women. And Christmas holiday times, as I said, they're more preferred for these kind of collections as well. The conclusion that comes up with this experiment is women and men like crochet depending on the product type, and Garnet and Gold was a great success, so I can keep going on with Garnet and Gold and possibly go into sororities. And the next experiment that I need to follow on with and to just get my crochet Nani starting in a nice way is what are the best ways to manufacture the Nani's favorites and everyone's favorites. So basically, this is my third experiment, which was customer driven prototyping. And just a second, where I asked 4 questions in the background. Where are males interested? Are customized clothes preferred? Is Nani's collection preferred over customized clothing over Nani's collection? Because if the customized is preferred, then I need to put in a request every 2 weeks rather than just ordering a 50 pieces and just being able to sell over pop-up shops. And what products can be sold that require the least materials and the least manufacturing time but can also be sold, and that will keep increasing the word for Nani. The approach was the same and conducted at Southwood Market, same as the last 2 experiments. The hypothesis for this experiment was that if beanies are produced at low costs but can be used as effective merch, then we can maximize our profits at low cost risk manufacturing. 'Tis the season for selling. If I market with Christmas theme, I might sell more. Do I need to manufacture via women? If that value isn't important, then I can manufacture in a different way and I don't need to do it with women. So when buying a crochet, would you like, the question that I asked in the survey was, when buying a crochet, would you like to choose from one Nani's crochet collection or customize your own? 65% of the people said that they would like it from Nani's crochet collection, which was to my surprise. And the second question was if they care about the mission and if that is a value, which tested my manufacturing abilities. And 83% of the people said that they cared about the value. That means I need to produce through women only. And the third question was, would you opt for hand-woven crocheted fabrics instead of mass-produced clothing manufacture? And 100% people said that they cared about that. So value is definitely something that my people care about, since all of the people said that. And once that was said, I made a total sales of 7. And I also learned that because of the drop shipping, I can pre-order everything together and just sell it over a different time. I just have to know what season's coming next and be ready for it before it comes on, and pre-order everything 2 months beforehand. The conclusion is that the experiments helped me make a lot of decisions that I wouldn't have known in the beginning of Nani, and everything was a blur. But this broke down decisions for me, and it was a lot more easier for me to take decisions on how to build up Nani and build a foundation for Nani, even though there were some things that I needed to change in the pop-ups according to the situation, but it gave me a basic draft or a structure / outline to conduct my market in better ways than I would have if I didn't do these experiments. And this also gave me a better understanding of what are the best values of my venture values. Before, I used to think that it was customized shipping, but right now it's people like clothes right in front of them, and when it's available, they'll just come and get it rather than waiting for a shipping time, and that gives me a lot more value. And this is my executive summary for experiment 3. Thank you for your time.